I am getting ready to go to lunch. I'm waiting on the elevator. They're doing a lot of construction down there. Today is Motivational Monday, and we're gonna get into it after I get out this building. Hey y'all, you go boy, you go girl. Welcome back to Sabrina by Choice, and thank you for tuning in by choice. I've had lunch, and I wish I was at home. It's time for me to get a new hairstyle though. I'm having what you call it? A taco bowl. It's good too. That's how it looks. I always have to ask them for more limes. And today I decided to eat lunch outside because it's always cold in the building, and I wanted to change the scenery for a change. So I hope y'all can hear me. If y'all can't, then I'm not uploading this video. But if y'all can hear me, of course I'm gonna upload the video. Today my Monday motivation is to be accountable. I'm gonna have to start eating top for me. So my affirmation today is I am responsible for everything in my life. Okay, so accountability to me is like my lash is coming off. Focus, to bring up focus. Okay? It's gonna bother me. All I need to do is get to the video. So accountability for me is taking ownership over everything that happens to you, everything that happens around you, your reactions, your mood, and like just pretty much everything. So with that being said, I struggle with taking accountability over my own mood. And I'm going to say my own mood because I allow people's own, because I allow other people's like energy, mood, and situations to like throw me off how my mood was. So let me give you an example of how I wasn't taking ownership over my own mood. I had this friend, right? And she used to like call, or when we was around each other, she used to always talk about this one particular situation with this guy and this girl she was involved with. Well, about this guy she was involved with, that was involved with another girl. So it was like a bunch going on. So instead of me like telling her, oh, yo, I don't want to hear it, or I really didn't care. And it wasn't that I didn't care, it was just that these conversations was beginning to be the conversations we had every time like we hung out. So after so long, it's like it's the same story, it's the same scenario. Like I don't, care to hear about it, and I don't put myself in other people's business. So I really didn't care too much. So this one particular night, she was like, hey, let's go out, let's go have some drinks or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. I get dressed, I get cute. I'm thinking like I'm finna go out, I'm finna enjoy myself, we're finna have a good time. We ride, we're going up the highway, and all of a sudden we exit, and then we in this residential area. We end up in a residential area, and I'm like, what you doing? You gotta meet somebody, you gotta pick up something. Like, what you doing? This girl says, I'm looking for this girl house. What girl house? She said the girl name, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I done got dressed, I done like put on a whole outfit, did my hair, and I'm thinking we finna go somewhere, and I'm riding with you to come do this bull. But she was like, no, it'll be quick and then we can go to where we're going. Basically, we weren't gonna go where we was going. We wasn't gonna end up where we was going because my whole mood was like ruined. And I feel like I wasn't, like, I didn't take accountability of my own mood. Like, I feel like had I told her, I'm pretty sure she would have understood and been like, oh, okay, I'll stop talking about this every time we hang out. Or she wouldn't even put me in a situation to where we was going to somebody's house. But it's like I let it ruin my mood every time she called, every time I seen a text message come across my screen from her. I'm like rolling my eyes, and my whole mood and my whole energy is changing because I already knew what was gonna happen. So instead of me removing myself from the situation or explaining to her that I didn't want to talk about these things, I allowed her to keep doing it. And because I allowed her to keep doing it, I didn't take ownership over my own feelings and my own situation. Like my own feelings, my own mood, my own energy, my own peace. But that was my fault. After she finished doing what she was doing, I was already irritated, so I was like ready to go home. I don't even think we went out. If we did, I probably was extremely dry, and we probably ended up going home anyway. So my whole point in the story is, a lot of times we blame other people, because I can remember myself talking to people like, oh my God, this girl always tripping, this girl always talking about this, and it's like literally me blaming her for how I feel. Like, Sabrina, like you literally put yourself in a situation by not saying, hey, yo, I don't want to listen to this, or I don't want to talk about this. So I feel like a lot of us are not like accountable for our part in situations, and we just need to take a step back and be like, oh, like this is why I'm here. Being said, I feel like because I wasn't taking accountability of my part and my role and being open to listening, even though I didn't want to listen, that I was being irritated, and I was allowing somebody else's negative life experience to dictate like how, like what my experience was in that moment. With that situation, I had to take accountability for like my role in it, and allowing myself to go down this rabbit hole of like listening to something I knew I didn't want to listen to, or I knew I didn't have energy for. So before we blame other people, like I've heard people say, you got me out my character. No, you got you out your character. Nothing nobody does should take you out of being whoever you're gonna be. And because we search for somebody to blame, that's us not taking ownership and being accountable for our own actions. Like, I understand that some people can do like some things to you and you have to react, but you don't have to react the same way all the time. If you feel like you're always having to react to somebody in a negative way, or just mad aggressive, like remove yourself, because they're throwing you. And if you stay in that situation, you're probably gonna keep reacting, and it's probably gonna get worse, and you'll find yourself reacting the way you act to them to other people that shouldn't be reacting to that way, because you're learning a habit, a bad habit or whatever. When it comes to my mood, because basically I'm talking about like being accountable over my mood and my energy and just everything that's involving me. So for me, that looks like being aware of like my friends, being aware of my associates, being aware of the people that I'm around, because I want to position myself around people to where I'm doing the water from the thing. I want to position myself to being around people. Is it raining? I'm sorry, I can't focus. It's so pretty outside, I'm sorry. So for me, being accountable over my mood is putting myself around people that are positive, people who don't call me with negative things, people who don't call me with other people's business, because I could care less. just people who, like, if you call me and you talking about somebody, and you call me and you make my energy go down, I know right then to just go ahead, back up, and remove myself, because what I'm gonna talk to you for? Like, it's pointless. So that's me being accountable of my mood and accountable of how I feel in my taking my part and doing something negative, because like, who want to do that? And if you do feel like you have friends that talk to you about different situations, I understand, like, everything not always gonna be like the best, and you might have to vent sometimes. I'm not saying like those little small things and nobody's ever gonna say nothing negative. I'm just saying, like, in general, if every time I pick up the phone you on some negative stuff, I'm gonna remove myself. It's been raining. I didn't even know it was supposed to rain today. And if you do have friends that do it, like, if they your friend, if you go ahead and tell them, hey, like we talked about this last time, I don't care to keep talking about it, they gonna understand, and they'll stop talking to you about negative stuff. You don't have to remove everybody from your life, but if you can't communicate, like, to them and let them know, hey, chill, you don't want to hear that, then you probably should go ahead and remove it from your life. Oh, it is raining. Yeah, it's like trying to drizzle, so I'm gonna go back in. I'm basically just saying, like, take ownership of whatever your role is in any situation, and that's how you hold yourself accountable, and that's how you make yourself aware of things that are going on around you. Because a lot of us, when we don't take ownership and we're not accountable, like, we are almost like not even tuned in to most of the stuff that happened to us, or understand why the stuff is happening to us. And a lot of times it's because we hold ourselves in negative places with other people's drama, and you don't have to do that. So be accountable, be aware, and just be understanding of what's going on with you. Love you, babe. Talk to you later.